Ready to create an online presence for your unique idea? Well, no sponsor this week, so you're on your own. Go on, pick up a keyboard. How hard can it be to code a website from scratch? Better question, how invested in your unique idea are you really? Find out by doing it yourself. And when you're ready to launch, go ahead and launch. What's stopping you? Maybe stop waiting for permission for everything. Well, I'm back at the Institute, and it's another week for our protagonist type folks enduring what they call, let's see here, the smattering. No, that's not right. The happening. No, that's where trees start killing people, but then you find out everyone was living in an Amish theme park the whole time, except Paul Giamatti, who's busy falling in love with a pool toy. Something like that. Ah, yes, the Shattering. As inaccurate as it is basic. Aha! Incoming broadcast detected. Frequency resonator active. Compelling storyline indicator barely glowing. That's everything I need to know. Sit back and enjoy the show.
Hello from the Magic Tavern, Remote Edition, a weekly podcast from the magical land of Foon. I'm your host, Arnie Niekamp. If you've never listened to the podcast before, this is some of the things you need to know. Over 5 years ago, I fell through a dimensional portal behind a Burger King in Chicago into the magical, fantastical land of Foon. Getting winded. I just haven't been getting the exercise that I usually get since we've been sort of trapped in this way. Anyway, I fell through a dimensional portal. I record a podcast chronicling our quest to defeat the Dark Lord. Unfortunately, I have been separated from my co-hosts, but we communicate via magical crystal using rune, and I am joined, as always, by my co-host. He used to be a talking badger. He is a shapeshifter. Last week, he was a sea wolf, but this week, I gotta hit this rune. Chunt the shapeshifter.
Hello, boss. Can you hear me?
Oh, did I get the wrong?
Oh, no, this is Chunt.
Did I finger the wrong rune? What?
No, this is Chunt here.
Chunt?
Boss, I got turned into a sea urchin.
You got turned into a sea urchin?
That's right. I'm a little boy with tattered clothes and a little hat, and I'm a sea urchin or gutter snipe. Extra, read all about it. Shapeshifter turns into sea urchin.
Wow. This is huge, Chunt. This is the first time any of your shapeshifting has had even a little bit of an effect on your vocals.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It also seems like it's maybe affected your brain.
No.
You're going full sea urchin brain.
No. My head is fine, boss. I'm not bonkers. I'm normal.
I hate when people call me boss. I hate
hey, big guy. Hey, big man.
No, that's not as bad, but it's close.
It's me. You're a good friend. And I'm an urchin.
Yeah, you are. Well, I guess I gotta start fingering this other rune. I gotta get my other co-host in.
Oh, leave the sordid details out of it, will you?
Hey, I'm your boss.
Oh, that's right, boss.
I am also joined by Usidore the Wizard.
I am Usidore, wizard of the 12th realm of Ephesius, master of light and shadow, manipulator of magical delights, devourer of chaos, champion of the great halls of Tarokus. The elves know me as Fiangalak. The dwarves know me as Zonin Hookstanges.
All right,
and I
calm
am
down,
known
then,
in
calm
the
down.
northeast as Gasmuenius Maystar, and there may be other secret names.
Yeah, we get
names that if you ever guessed them, tough guy, you better believe you'd be in a world of hurt.
Oh shit, I forgot. Devourer.
Who's he calling tough guy?
I don't know. It's
The boss man over there.
Oi, boss man.
Is that me?
You tough?
Yeah, tough guy.
You're a
You think
tough
you're so
guy?
tough? Big
you think
guy.
You're so tough?
I'm trying to figure out the order.
Extra, boss man thinks he's tough.
I definitely hate being called boss and boss man the most. But a tall guy and tough guy.
How about Champ? Hello, Champ.
Champ's all right. I feel like Champ is more of a horse name. I don't know what makes me think that.
A-Train.
A-Train, no. Why? You don't even know what a train is. What is a train on Foon?
You told us about trains. You said there was that we should watch that movie.
Yeah, you so,
How to Train Your Dragon. It's a porn.
No, you said there was one where everyone went running out of the theater because the train came right at them.
Oh, yeah, the first movie. That reminds me. So one of these days, what we gotta do is we gotta get some movies, some Earth movies, some moving pictures, which are just gonna blow your guys' minds, and we just gotta riff on those things. I know we do a serious documentary podcast, but we should sometime, let's just take a break and do a funny one where we just make up some jokes about some movies.
Oh, sounds like premium content to me.
So just a bunch of riff tracks.
Yeah, you can call it whatever you want.
Nice one, bruv.
Well, I have been working diligently this week to find some manner of escape from this situation we find ourselves in now.
I could have sensed the machinations coming in there.
Yes, of course. I have been machinating about my machinations. Yet, here I have done something else. I've reached out. Yes, and I have asked all of the mighty scholars and mages and wise men and women of the different peoples of the world and asked them to come together and share their thoughts in a symposium.
Usidore, cut the shit.
Oh, he's
What?
back.
What?
He's back on it. It is Return of the Machinations.
Usidore, I have known you for 5 years and a few months now. I can tell. I can read you like a book.
Huh?
You come into these meetings so hot, like with what you've been working on. I can tell. You're practically sweating. I know that you didn't do shit all week, and then you're like, oh, fuck, it's time for the podcast. And you're like, what did I do? I'll come up with something that I'm working on.
Do I sound like that?
It's
Not
a switch
really.
you turn on and off, isn't it?
That's such a bad impression.
No.
Well, here, I tell you now, we can join our minds with some of the greatest minds in all of Foon to work on this problem together right now during this episode.
I mean, is this something that could become like a guest opportunity?
This could be the greatest episode, Arnold, that you have ever produced of your podcast, tapping not into just one single mind, but to the group mind of all of the most intelligent, learned, and magical peoples of Foon.
The greatest episode we've ever done, but hasn't my accent already fucked that?
Right.
Didn't already fuck it up with his accent?
A little bit.
I don't
Yeah.
know. No, I disagree. I think you're quite charming, and and here, I'm going to use my magic to send you this coin.
Thank you, sir. Oh, it fell in my palm, just like a little leaf. It floated down into my palm. Thank you, sir. Let me
What?
take off my hat and ring it in my hand, so you know how troubled I am.
What day is it today, Chunt?
Why, sir, it's Flirt's Day.
It's not too late then. Quick, go and buy the biggest Flirps Day bird you can find.
Well, sir, I'm on a beach.
I thought that coin was his, and then
Give me that
suddenly
coin
it was-
back.
What? No.
Give it back.
No.
Mine. I've got it. I'm sorry, Chunt, but if you can't buy the bird, then you can't have the coin.
First no parents and now this? This is awful.
You do
You have parents.
Oh, sorry, it's just ever since I became a street urchin, I can't help but feel like I'm someone else.
Usidore, should we be worried about Chunt? This has never happened when he shifted
No,
before.
don't be worried. I'm fine. Core blimey, I swear I'm fine.
He sounds fine to me.
Sounds like Winky Silks or whatever the fuck his name was.
Oh, yeah, lovey.
Cool, blimey, indeed. Let us have the greatest episode, despite Chunt's current accent. I suspect he won't even be able to sustain it through the entire episode, so it doesn't even matter.
Oh,
You're
challenge.
saying that he'll start to slowly shift back. Like, shift back.
Yes, he'll revert to his natural state over time. It's just the nature of the beast. Yeah. Now, let us all touch our rune together. Don't finger it, just touch it.
Okay.
What's the difference?
And think about the greatest minds in Foon working together towards a common goal. Yes, and we shall then soon be in contact with those who are attempting to help us.
That's a very abstract thing to think
It's
about.
a very abstract thing.
Hello. This is Usidore sending my voice out into the void, looking for anyone who can assist. Will you join this symposium of brains to now let us overcome this great tragedy together?
Hello, is there anybody out there?
We're closed. We're closed.
I'm sorry?
That voice sounds familiar.
We're closed. We're closed. Please come back after lunch. We're closed.
Oi?
When you're open, what do you do? I'm sorry, I can't quite make... you need to move your rune so I can see your face.
Oh, no, you don't need to see my face here. But you've reached the bus stop for all your bus needs. But we are closed till after lunch.
What's
Oh,
it?
no, I see what's happened
Bus
here.
stop?
I can't see the face of the person holding the rune, but they seem to be wearing a lot of finery.
I tried to reach out to all the greatest minds that Foon has ever had. And of course, it took us to the bust stop, where there are many busts of some of the greatest figures from Foonish history, the greatest minds.
Oh, some of the greatest busts of all time, like Queen Titania.
Exactly.
If you leave a message, we will soon appreciate your custom, and if you leave a message, we will get back to you shortly.
That voice sounds so familiar.
Yes, I was just thinking that. Sir, what is your name?
Gratax Jones? No, not Gratax Jones. John Bustmanship?
It's all right.
Oh, wait.
Sometimes I forget my own name, too.
Yeah, let's give him some time to find a scrap of paper with it written down on it. Let's be cordial.
All right, you got me. Gratax Jones is dead. First of all, John Bustman has secretly been Gratax Jones, famous adventurer. I discovered that, and I have came here to, I've successfully murdered him. So Gratax Jones / John Bustman is no longer with us. We will not be getting to you after lunch.
We were just talking to him seconds ago.
The rune just started ringing, and I've been, I got bored and I answered it. Who is this?
So, hold on. So one of the greatest adventurers in all of Foon, Gratax Jones.
Are you looking to buy a bust?
Probably.
I don't have the money.
But Gratax Jones has been pretending to be John Bustman?
I think it's the other way around.
Oh,
Right?
your voices sound very familiar.
Your voice sounds very familiar.
All right, I'm turning on the visual aspect of this. Ah!
Hear me, evildoer. I have come here to smite thee, though I cannot through this rune, but know that I am on your tail, Baron Ragoon.
It's Randy Ragoon.
Usidore! Arnie! A small boy!
Hello. My name's Chunt, isn't it?
Oh, it's Chunt, of course it's Chunt. Oh,
Shanglebirth Ragoon, disgraced Baron of the Shrike Valley.
oh, Usidore, the blue, misguided wizard, railing at the Dark Lord, the unstoppable tide of evil.
Oh, wait, are Jamie and Sammy here?
Pardon?
Are your children Jamie and Sammy here?
Are you saying here as in where I am, or here as where you are?
Wouldn't that
On
be
this rune at
terrifying?
all?
Oh,
Wouldn't
no,
that
no
be
one.
so scary, Usidore, if he was like, Jamie and Sammy, yeah, they are there with you.
Oh no. Okay, all right.
Phew.
We can talk to you then. What are you doing at the bus stop?
What are you doing calling the bus stop?
I was reaching out to the greatest minds of food, and they got jumbled up, and it took me to a bunch of old statues.
Oh, I was here to murder Gratax Jones, posing as John Bustman. He was posing as John Bustman. I didn't give my name when I came in. I wasn't posing as anyone.
John Bustman is a good alias. Now, why did you murder this man? I must take umbrage at that.
Well, it was an assignment, you know.
An assignment from whom? You've shit the bed, my friend. You are no longer capable of doing evil deeds unless you are some lowly highwayman who goes from town to town killing people and taking their money.
Yeah, I hate to bring up bad memories for you, Randy, but, you know, last time we saw
Raven
you,
Shanglebirth.
we pulled off a pretty good switcheroo on you where you blew up Hog's Face and got everyone in Hog's Face out of the being imprisoned. Boy, I really succinctly explained that, didn't I?
Oh, don't you think that my ignominious defeat at your hands has haunted my waking and sleeping hours since last we met? True.
You're having waking haunts?
Pardon?
Yeah, isn't that ignominious on your face? We got you.
Yes. I was defeated. I am not too proud to admit that your ruse destroyed me.
Oh.
It destroyed me. My grand scheme to destroy Earth using the Penelope failed. The weapon was destroyed. The Dark Lord withdrew his support from me, and then somebody said their name and a meteor shower fell on me. The conflagration, I still don't know how I survived. But yes, you speak to me now, a Baron reborn.
What?
Yes.
You're the Baron of Shrike Valley once again?
Well, I mean, how in depth do you want to get here?
Well, you mean you're working for the Dark Lord again?
Yes.
Oh no.
First, I wandered Foon, waking up amnesiac in a brownie village where they took me in and treated me as their own until eventually my memory returned and I knew who and what I was.
Wait, you woke up an amnesiac? Is that what you said?
Yes.
I don't know what that word means. I'm just a kid, eh?
Oh, who's
What's
in charge of this
amnesiac mean?
child's education?
You are right now. Explain that word to Chunt.
All right, Chunt, means one is lacking long-term memories, such as who they are, what they've done, what their favorite berry is. And it all needs to be discovered again.
What words mean? What words you used to know mean, now you don't know them?
Oh, now I got it. Carry on.
Then, when I remembered what had happened to me, I wandered Foon, disgraced, and realized that the Dark Lord had taken control of the Shrike Valley from me and had given it to my children, Jamie and Sammy. They now rule the valley.
Oh no.
But just when I thought I could sink no lower, I found an ally. Do you recall Dripfang de la Spare?
Oh, of course, yes. He put that sword right through Arnie. You see the sword that's still in Arnie?
Yeah, I am fucking pissed about it. He stabbed me with this sword.
It's still in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still in there.
What? I thought you were wearing a brooch. The sword is still in there.
You must
Yes.
see some big brooches.
How about this number here, huh?
Whoa. I thought that was a dagger.
Nope, that's just a traveling brooch even.
Oh.
Do you want to know a little fun fact that us urchins know? Brooches can survive almost anything. You can step on a brooch, you can try and magic it away, light it on fire, brooches still survive.
You know, sometimes I think about how when we're all dead, brooches will still be here.
You know, if I save up enough money one day, I'm gonna buy me a cock brooch.
Brooches before hoaches.
Okay.
Just think how great that would be if hoaches was a thing.
All right.
Well, I'm glad we decided to broach this subject, but I must know, if you are still working for the Dark Lord, but no longer Baron of the Shrike Valley, then what are you?
Well, I'm glad you asked. I'll go ahead and do a little gloat. Disgraced, broken, ripped from my privilege and nobility, I sought to regain the Dark Lord's favor. Dripfang and I began a tour of mayhem and created our own podcast, thank you very much.
Everybody's doing it now.
That's right. I saw this on Arnold's devices, and it made me so furious that they allowed an evil podcast to be created.
Well, whatever airstat powers you draw from this podcast are now ours.
Sorry, what's a stat? I don't know that word either.
Oh,
Yeah, explain it for Chunt. I know it, but
We know it. Yeah, we
know
all
it.
know it.
So is air stat like the number of stats that air has?
well,
like-
there may be multiple meanings, but, well, look, Usidore, why don't you explain it?
You know, it's sort of...
Huh? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, my nose is dripping. Let me wipe my nose. Whoop, I just smeared soot all over my face.
Oh, let's all just have a laugh at that.
What a charming young child.
Well, anyway, then victory. We so impressed the Dark Lord that not only have I been welcomed back into the Dark Fold, I have been elevated.
wait,
So much so that he believes it better to leave Jamie and Sammy administering the small Shrike Valley and is asking me to undertake matters of greater import, such as tracking down potential heroes and murdering them, as I did with Gratex Jones.
So you're no longer a Baron, you're just a murderer.
I'm a Baron Emeritus. But we've been working with the Dark Lord's team. Squibbert is kind of consulting on it, on maybe my brand now is I'm Shrike Valley Legend. The official word is that I'm dead, but then I will be spotted occasionally, showing up at crossroads and offering dark prophecies. And then the legend of me will grow even greater.
So can I ask, I've always been curious, how do these sorts of spottings work? Do you have to schedule them in advance, or do you just trust that you'll periodically be spotted?
Sometimes you know when you're going out to be seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've spent weeks just at a crossroads, kind of hiding in the bushes, waiting for someone to show up, hoping that I could declare something and make a big splash. But, you just have to wait at the crossroad until someone happens by, and then make a big deal about it.
I mean, I will say it helps if you know your crossroads. You don't want to do that in a valley or fiefdom that you've never been to. You don't know how much traffic that crossroads gets. But I know Shrike like the back of my torso. It has every road. I know, when
the
are there
back
turnip
of your
farmers.
torso? Sorry, that was a little late, but the back of your torso?
Yeah.
How well do you know the back of your torso?
About as well as I know the roads of Shrike. Sometimes I'll look at them and I'll be like, is that Dundleberry's road? Yeah, it is. It is. That's Dundleberry's road.
Is that hill by that road bigger than it was before, or is it the same size? I gotta keep my eye on that hill.
Oh, yeah. You do not want... And sometimes, that, there was nothing growing out of that hill before.
That hill's red now. That's not good.
Yeah.
You also don't want a crossroad that's too busy, because then everyone sees you and they're all like, well, that's just some guy yelling at the crossroad.
I've been to a bunch of crossroads, and everyone's hanging around, waiting to sell their soul so they can master rock and roll.
Oh, yeah.
Did you do that, Chunt?
No. Stat wouldn't have done it.
I mean, the worst thing is you're delivering a portent at the crossroad and then more travelers show up mid-portent, and it really deflates things.
And then the other thing is, if you want to be spotted at crossroads, when you're other places that are not cool, is it extra nerve-wracking? You don't want to be spotted coming out of a bathroom?
I mean, I'm going to be honest, I've only done this twice now.
Wow.
And speaking of, I went camping once, and I don't have any family to speak of, but the people I was with, they had a portent. Rain went right through it.
At first the voice made me wonder if this was the same Chunt, but it clearly is.
He has tells.
Yes, sometimes his tales are a little gauche, but we love him all the same. It's very important to me to know how you happen to be at this bus stop at the exact time of the Shattering.
That was just a poor bit of luck, actually. I will say that given the opportunity, if I knew... You call it the Shattering?
What are you calling it?
The Fragmenting.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That is good.
That's great.
Because Shattering's got a little... It's almost like...
Oh, it's brilliant.
It's got a little feces in it. You know what I mean?
I
Yes.
did not see that, no.
No, I hear what you're saying.
But
Shattering.
fragmenting describes, what you end up with, fragments. Whereas shattering, implies we know the cause was a shatter. But of course, the secrets we have of, as to the cause of the fragmenting are not ours to share with.
You have secrets?
Do you guys know? Do you know what happened?
Well, we have many insights, yes, and we have done a great deal of magical research and asked the brightest and best people in all of Foon what they think.
Usidore,
Yeah,
be cool.
Yes, I am.
Don't say
I've got this.
machinations.
I've got this.
That is your tell.
I'm good.
Don't
No,
cock
I'm
it
good.
up. Don't
I've
cock it
got
up.
I've got it. And we've been working together night and day to come up with some solution to this problem that we fully understand and can completely overcome by simply focusing on our machinations.
Yeah, whatever he said.
Air stat.
Oh, well, I mean, good luck with your machinations. It would be a shame if, perhaps another greater wizard out-machinated you.
Oh, well, I doubt it could happen, for there is no greater wizard than Usidore. And
But we did hear, Usidore, don't forget, we did hear that Spintax is back in Foon, so he's like isn't he a greater?
Yeah, let's give him a chance to speak. Which of the 50 wizards is it?
I speak, of course, of His Numinous Majesty, the Dark Lord.
Ooh. Could have been any wizard greater than Usidore, any 50 of them, and it's the Dark Lord, the one that hurts most.
disgraced wizard, I tell thee, Baron, I say unto thee, I insist that you share your knowledge that you have with us, so that we may solve this magical cataclysm together.
I still want to know what numinous means, but I feel like I missed my window.
Hello, Numinous.
Well, why don't we take a quick break, and I'll go. I think there is a dictionary here in this schoolhouse. I'm gonna look up numinous.
And air stats.
And Gauche.
Great, we'll be right back after this break.
Ooh, hey there, good looking. It's Chunt letting you know you can check out all of our bonus material, including my personal favorite, Offices and Bosses, over at patreon.com/Magic Tavern. Bye-bye.
And we're back, babies. Oh yeah, hey, we're back.
Chunt, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Everybody's looking at me weird. What's going on?
Well,
You totally changed your manner and affect.
Oh, weird. Yeah, I looked in the water just a moment ago, and I realized that I'm still in the body of a little boy urchin, but my head is now a badger's head. And I think I found something out, guys. I think the one way for me to revert back to being a badger is for me to try. If I put on an accent or try any sort of fun intonation, I resort back to a badger. Isn't that fun?
It's good to know your limitations and to understand the nature of your powers.
It's like my body's telling me I couldn't sustain an accent.
So tell me, Chunt, as a shapeshifter, you were lost control of shapeshifting due to the fragmenting?
The shattering.
Yeah, ever since I've been here on this beach, I've lost control. Yeah, that's right, of my shapeshifting. And actually, when I was just a sea urchin a moment ago, it felt like I lost some semblance of myself. Like I'm shapeshifting so often that I'm starting to lose my identity. Was I calling Arnie boss?
Yes, you were.
And Arnie.
Hey, sorry, I stepped away for a second. I found it. Luminous, full of or shedding light, bright or shining, especially in the dark. So, I learned the definition of luminous.
The more you know.
Who said luminous?
You said luminous, right?
I said numinous.
Oh, fuck.
Right, well, that sort
I'll
of
be
answers
back.
my question of whether the fragmenting has affected people from Earth any differently. You seem exactly the same.
Well, Baron, as I said before the break, I insist that you share your information with us so that we together may find some solution to this problem that doth plague us all. And I insist that you do not give me some simulacrum or some replacement or some doppelganger of the information, but the real information. I shall not stand for some sort of replacement.
Okay, sorry, guys. Found it. Numerous. Great in number, many. I now know the definition of numerous.
I'll talk. I'll share my information. Just stop. Honestly, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, neither do we. Thank
What a relief.
Thank the goddesses.
Oh, we're all idiots.
Yeah.
Thank Bruce, the sky god. Oh, yay.
Yeah, I could barely read. I've been rifling through this dictionary at random.
Well, everyone, hold on a second. You can barely read?
Wait, what are we
When
talking
did
about?
that happen?
What are we talking about?
You've always been able to read, as far as I knew. You weren't particularly good at math.
I didn't say I can't read. I said I can
But you're not good at it.
barely. Yeah.
You can't even read, and you are running book clubs.
Yeah.
Look, when the next time we have a book club, we'll invite you. But I suspect this is why I never found out what a snub-nosed motorboat is.
You know what? We've been trapped here for weeks and weeks and weeks, and it never occurred to us that we should do a book club.
Oh, yeah, we should.
yeah.
And Arnie, the fact that maybe you can't read makes a lot of sense now because remember that time when you made me that shirt that says I'm was stupid?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're so fucking stupid.
Chunt, can I ask you a question?
Uh-huh.
I'm worried about Arnie.
Oh, me too.
He does a lot of things that you remember that he seems to not remember.
Yeah, I feel like every once in a while I'll drop in a little anecdote, just a little bit of like, hey, remember when?
Yeah.
And his eyes always glaze over, and then he goes real slow, like he goes, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then he'll just repeat what I said.
He does do that, yeah.
Here, let me, hey, Usidore.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make up a memory and see what he does.
Okay, great.
Hey, Arnie.
It's boss, please.
Hey, boss. Oh, no, it doesn't sound right. Hey, Arnie, remember
Yeah.
that time when you and I arm wrestled?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I won?
Uh-huh, sure. Yeah, that happened. When we arm wrestled.
That didn't happen.
Come to this side of the room. I don't think he understands.
Why
I think
did
he just agrees with whatever you say.
Exactly. Why is he overpronouncing arm wrestled?
I don't know. It's very strange.
Hey, Arnie, do you remember when I asked you to pledge your fealty to the Dark Lord, and you did so?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Damn it. That makes me mad because I was about to do the same thing, but for good.
Too slow, Usidore.
You
You're
sir,
too slow.
I think it's open
The
season.
quickest wizard in Foon is clearly the Dark Lord and his minions.
Everyone knows the quickest wizard in Foon is the Scarlet Speedster.
I thought the quickest wizard was Quizzard.
No, that's the wizard who's really good at answering questions.
Oh, I thought that was Triviazard. Or was that Trivial Persizard?
Trivia Wizard is the one that's a good sugar substitute.
Oh, that's right.
I'm sorry, guys. I haven't been paying attention. I know I played it off pretty well. I've been looking through this whole book. I could not find Numi Rapace anywhere, so I think Randy's just making up names.
It's Shanklebirth. Baron Ragoon, if the Dark Lord... have you been in contact with the Dark Lord since the fragmentation?
Well, yes, via Rune. We have had one meeting, and I know that he is working hard on the case. He's, just as we are all trapped in these crystalline fragments,
That fragment is so much better.
he is probing against the edge of the barrier. Just every day, probe.
Tap, tap. Yeah, tap, tap, tap.
And surely his probing will yield some information.
It sounds like the Dark Lord is doing just as shit a job as you, Usidore.
Now, hold on a second.
The Shattering.
I've been tapping every part of the barrier that surrounds me looking for a weakness. And I attempted to reach out to all the greatest minds, and that, granted, went a little sideways. But that doesn't mean my search shan't continue. And what we have learned is the Dark Lord is not responsible for the Shattering. We know not where it did come from. It may be just some natural occurrence. Every 100 years or so, some crazy-ass magical bullshit happens here in the land of Food.
What was the last one? What happened 100 years ago?
Oh, about 100... it was actually 110 years ago. We were all trapped inside of a giant dog for 10 years.
Everybody?
Everyone. We were all in the same dog.
So
for
if you-
10 years.
My parents told me about
could
that.
be worse. Yeah.
It could be worse. I mean, it was crowded. It smelled like a dog. When it got wet, it smelled even worse.
You know what? I'm going to say, I'm going to jump in here and say wet dog is a good smell.
That evil.
Oh, bad
That is
take.
evil if I have ever heard it.
Bad take.
And Chunt, you said your parents, they told you about...
Yeah,
you
my
gonna be
parents.
trapped?
I think my parents, when they were kids, grew up inside a dog, and they were talking about how tough it was on them, and how I should be thankful for all I have. And I think the only way they eventually got over it, all of Foon, was they had to fjord the cliff They had to fjord the big red cliff.
Fjord?
And once they did that, I think it all went back to normal.
That's right. It turned out that too much magic had been used, and so there was sort of this regression of magic that put us into this simplified form. We call it the Great Digression.
So then what happened 100 years before that?
About 100 years before that, all of the stars in the sky turned into bananas. The bananas all were full of potassium, and everyone had an iron deficiency. That one wasn't so bad.
That one sounds okay, because you know what? Don't love bananas.
And tell them about what happened 420 years ago with the blazoning.
Oh, during the blazoning, everyone got lit. We were all stoned out of our brains. We couldn't even see straight for 100 days.
Pretty wild, huh? Arnie, what happens on Earth every 100 years?
I don't know. Like, people make T-shirts.
Wait, that's a tragedy?
You know, on my world, I was born on the bicentennial of the country that I was born into.
Ooh.
200 years. My country had only existed 200 years.
Wow, bicentennial, the year of the buffalo.
Was that the year of President Teddy Roosevelt and his pet guinea pig fighting Bob Evans?
What?
Tell it to Quizzard. Now, look, Arnie, I'm sorry that Chunt and Baron Ragoon chimed in there, but I'm still waiting for this story to get interesting.
Oh, the one about the bicentennial?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, tell us about the year of the buffalo.
Ah, boy. So I was born, and then, a lot of stuff happened, and then I fell through a dimensional portal behind a Burger King into the magical, fantastical land of Foon. Luckily, I'm still getting a slight Wi-Fi signal from the Burger King, which is in the country that was 200
Stop
years
playing
old.
stupid. We know. Come on, Arnie. Boss.
So how many years old is your country now?
Assuming it still exists, I believe it is 240 some years old.
So that makes you 40-some years old.
Yeah. God, I wish I could remember either of those two numbers. Exactly. I mean, look, I know within a range of a couple of years. I am like 40 years and some change of years.
Well, how is it you don't know your own age?
Look, you're only as old as the guy that's... I don't have anything here.
So, Arnie, were you born somewhere around the time that the man with the huge biceps went to the white rock in the sky?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
You said
What you said.
Armstrong went to the moon?
Yep. Armstrong went to the moon.
Okay. So that was around 40 years ago when you were born.
Yeah.
And you said you remember where you were when John F. Kennedy was assassinated?
Yeah, I was nothing. It's easy to remember.
Arnie, you have value.
You're nothing now. You're all nothing. A lot of you. The Dark Lord, he's gonna figure the way out of this, and maybe he'll even figure out how to leave you all in your fragments.
Blah, blah, blah. The Dark Lord is everything. We are nothing. We're tired of hearing this.
Yeah.
You know...
Baron, they should call this event the leveling because, it's clear that we are doing exactly the same as you.
Yeah. In the case of Probe v. Tap, they're both the same. Okay?
Endless debate, Probe v. Tap.
I had such great hopes for you, Baron. Even though we tricked you so ignominiously upon our great destruction of the town of Hogsface, when I sent those eagles in to save you, I'd hoped it would turn you to the side of good.
Wait, you
What?
saved the Baron?
I've been investing in the Baron for a while because I think I have to turn one evil person around. That's the key to our success is to really recruit one of them to our side. And
Why?
then, because
Why do we
that's-
need that? That's a
because
lot of
it'll
wasted
help.
energy.
No. See, what's going to happen is one of these people will look up and they'll realize, oh, goodness and love should have been in my heart the entire time, and evil isn't the path, and that will open up the path to our inevitable success.
What if you invested that energy into someone who wanted to do good?
I've been trying to do that with you, Arnold, and it's not doing any fucking good either.
Well, someone that's not lazy.
Well, I have multiple things going on, you know? I'm investing in people who want to be good. I'm investing in evil people who I want to turn good. I'm investing in magical scrolls and reading ancient texts and learning unknowable, arcane knowledge. And I'm trying to put together a symposium of geniuses to overcome this shattering. And I am also trying like hell to tap on the edge of this thing and figure out what is going on. I have a lot on my plate.
Well, why don't you guys just team up?
Sorry about that.
Why
I
don't you
apologize.
just team up?
What?
Baron, Usidore, Dark Lord, Usidore.
I am shook by the revelation that you, Usidore, is the one who rescued me from your conflagration of name. But no, there will be no cooperation. We've done this before, you know, with the void.
Seems like you at least owe us one.
Oh, a debt. I'll think on this debt, but we've got to quit putting aside our differences. We've put aside our differences too many times, honestly. The Dark Lord is supposed to be just rolling over food and crushing everyone, and we had to put everything on hold with the void, and now there's the fragmenting, and I'm just surprised stuff isn't, moving along more quickly.
Baron, can I ask? You said before you had one rune meeting with the Dark Lord. Like, what's the Dark Lord been doing with his time?
He's been having a lot of meetings. I'm going to be honest. We actually spent most of the meeting talking about his cat.
Oh, was it funny stuff or?
Well, he started talking about his minions. He's addressing us as minions and speaking about how when the fragmenting ends, we'll be stronger than ever. And then his cat kind of wandered into frame. And then we all just kind of like talked about the cat for a bit.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
adorable.
It was it's on fire. It's a flaming cat.
Wow.
Well, that is, as I remember, that's a portend of the Dark Lord, right?
Yeah. But then it licked its own butt, guys.
Oh. Wow, I like that.
Wow, this pussy's on fire.
That's gotta hurt.
Guys, I feel like our only difference is, the Dark Lord has a cat. Like, we like cats. Like, I feel like
I don't really like cats.
I feel like the Baron's right. We should set aside our differences. And right now, the only
That's
difference
not what I'm saying at all.
Oh, wow. I thought the only difference between us is that you're using words like, airstat and conflagration.
No, we
Okay, how about this? If we're not going to team up, because you know what, that's a cliche. I get it. It's a cliche. Why don't we have
Here it comes. Yes, Arnie?
machinations?
Okay, he's reading off. He wrote something on his hand and he's trying to read it off.
A race. We'll have a race.
I need to erase this writing on my hand.
No.
What are you saying, wizard?
If we fix this problem before the Dark Lord, we will prove that our way is better, that the forces of light and goodness were always meant to triumph over evil. If we are the first to fix the shattering, then we will prove that our path is the righteous one.
Oh, all right. I see what you're saying. All right, I will take this grand bargain. If we can reassemble the fragmenting, then you will all agree that evil and darkness are the natural state of affairs.
I accept your challenge on behalf of all wizards everywhere. And if we are defeated in this cause, all of the wizards shall become dark wizards under the flag of the Dark Lord.
What?
Fuck.
Usidore, I was just bored and suggested a thing to resolve this conflict. This episode is gotta be over soon.
And Arnie and Chunt shall also be sworn to your cause.
I accept this bet. Yes. And if we win... No, wait, you already said what would happen if we won. No, I'm good with that. I'm good with all that.
No, what if we win, though? Tell me what happens if we win.
If we win, you have to buy all these stacks of paper I have here that say extra.
Done.
All right.
All right, well, deal's a deal.
Honestly, it would be great to have some paper right now. All of these busts have been staring at me for weeks. It's a little unsettling. I really wish I hadn't been trapped here.
Why are they all pointed directly at you?
They follow you. They follow you around the store. I mean, their eyes, they turn.
Oh.
Yeah, like busts do.
Yeah.
You know?
And, they'll furrow their brow.
Can't you just move them?
Move them?
Yeah. The busts, can't you just move them?
That
Can't you bust a move?
That is a great idea. I at first thought that they were staring at me because I murdered the shop owner in front of them. But then I realized that that's just what busts do. But
You gotta show them who's boss. You say hello. You come sit next to me, you fine fellow.
Yeah.
And some other stuff. Chunt, you got any ideas?
No, I
Actually-
just appreciate the support.
That's actually a good idea. I perhaps owe you two now. One, saving my life, and two, telling me how to get along with some busts.
Baron, if you want it, you got it.
Well, Baron
Emeritus.
Shanglebirth.
Shanglebirth Emeritus, yes.
Well, Randy, it's good to see you. I know, I have to confess I felt occasionally guilty thinking that there was a chance that I was a small part in something that maybe killed you, which wouldn't feel good, even though I know you're evil. But
I will be honest, I have been dreading the next encounter with you all. I was terrified of how it would shake out. The laughing face of Carfoon Carnival Wilson has been just floating before my eyes, and it's good to just see you all again and remember that you're no threat to me at all.
I did make that Carfoon.
Okay, all right, you're some threat to me at all. I have learned a lesson not to underestimate you, but you are still mortal. I mean, how does that sword feel? Does it itch?
It feels bad. It's cold. I always feel it in me. I am so. If you see Dripfang, tell him he's a dick.
Oh,
I do not like that guy. Hey, Usidore, you are not allowed to save Dripfang with anything.
But what if he turns to the side of good?
No redemption for Dripfang.
Redeems himself and helps everyone.
No. Even if it solves everything, no.
Oh, can I?
No,
Can I do
fine.
it? Can I?
Yeah, let
What?
Chunt do it.
Chunt, do what?
Please. Can I save someone?
I mean, you can try. Am I right, guys? Sorry.
Dripfang is going to love this conversation when I tell it to him.
And soon we shall save everyone, for the race is on to see who can solve the shattering.
The fragmenting.
The amazing
shattering.
race.
We're also going to fight over the branding of this.
The greatest wizard in Foon, the Dark Lord, will soon probe his way straight into the solution to the fragmenting.
I hate that.
He'll tap his way, right, Usidore?
Tap, 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 tap.
Tap, tap it in.
Probe.
And I'm going to podcast the solution to everything.
Masters of Mayhem now on Stitcher Premium.
What? Get out of here.
So, Baron, you said you accomplished the thing you wanted to accomplish on your podcast. Was it like 300, 400 episodes?
7.
7?
I went from being an urchin, broken, disgraced in a seaside tavern, to higher in the Dark Lord's hierarchy than I have ever been before in 7 episodes.
7 episodes?
In there, I also got married
What?
in a relationship that kind of has some open questions.
That's why you're Emeritus?
Enslaved a goddess to my service. It's great. Like 7 episodes, really worth every penny now on Stitcher Premium.
Oh,
I can relate to being an urchin, but I mean, that took us 300 episodes.
yeah. Although, you solved that problem for yourself in like half an episode.
Yeah, that's true.
I think the thing is that urchin problems are easy. Anyway, Baron, fuck off.
And to you.
The race begins now.
Go!
Quick question. Who else forgot the sword was still in Arnie? How quickly we grow accustomed to a painful, unwanted intrusion. Speaking of Matt Young, he played Usidore the Wizard. And if you can't get enough of one-note characters overplaying their hand, check out Matt's recent guest appearances on the Mega podcast and a recent Mission to Zix live stream for a Pod UK fundraiser. Chunt the Street Urchin, oh come on, was played by Adal Rifai. Baron Ragoon was played by special guest Chris Rathjen. He'd like to remind you the complete improvised Star Trek, all 226 episodes, are perpetually available at www.theimprovisedstartrek.com. Give him a shot. It's just like watching the real thing. I mean, did you catch the back end of Discovery Season 2? I'd swear some of those were improvised. Don't know what I'm talking about? Not to worry, a red angel will show up in the final 30 minutes after 14 episodes to tie everything together. Hello from the Magic Tavern is produced by Arnie, Niekamp, Matt Young, and Adal Rifai. Post-production coordination by Garrett Schultz. Earwolf producer Kimmie Lucas. This episode edited by Sage GC. Special assistance by Ryan DiGiorgi. Hello from the Magic Tavern logo by Allard Laban. Magic Tavern theme by Andy Poland. If you have a few extra seconds to fill on your podcast, consider hosting Matt Young. It gives him something fun to plug, provides me the opportunity to feign interest and optimism, and makes a small dent in the growing number of Matt Young-adjacent voice actors loitering in Jewel or Costco parking lots across America. Whether your podcast is historical deep dive, film theory, hell, even one of those mindfulness depression spirals, you can always shove him back here at the end. Podcast homes for Matt Young. Save that 3-second Coyote Howl sound effect for tomorrow and do your part today.
Hey, thank you for listening to Hello from the Magic Tavern. A great way to support the podcast is to join our Patreon. You'll get ad-free versions of our entire back catalog, including all the Magic Tavern spin-offs like Offices and Bosses, Ion Spintax, Shadow Sit, there are a lot of them. There are 2 new exclusive bonus episodes every month, Discord, all kinds of stuff. To get more information, go to patreon.com/Magic Tavern. That's patreon.com/Magic Tavern.